Welcome to the deep dive.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, great to have you. So today we're diving into a tool that lots of folks might see as, well, pretty simple. Microsoft Excel.
Right. But it's actually an absolute powerhouse, isn't it?
Right.
Especially, like you said, for anyone just starting their journey in data analysis.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you're a student, already working, or, just curious about tech. This is really about why Excel is the perfect first step.
And what's fascinating, I think, is just how accessible it is. It's, everywhere, super beginner friendly, yet it's robust enough to really build that solid foundation in data thinking. It's not just about crunching numbers.
No, it's more about learning to see things in the data, right? Like patterns, maybe asking questions you didn't even know you had.
Exactly, just by organizing it visually sometimes.
That's really the core of it. Learning how to, explore raw data, spot trends, make some clear charts.
And pull out insights that actually help solve real problems.
So if that's the goal, why do our sources keep pointing back to Excel as the place to start?
Well, I think it's because with Excel, you learn those core principles. How to organize data, analyze it, present it clearly,
Right.
and often without needing, a fancy degree or super complex software. It just sort of naturally leads you to ask, okay, what can I actually do with this as a beginner?
And that's exactly what we've sort of boiled down here. We've identified 5 key Excel skills you should really focus on first.
Okay.
So number 1, sorting and filtering. Pretty straightforward. This just helps you focus efficiently on the data you actually care about. Ignore the rest for a bit.
Cuts through the noise.
Precisely. Then number 2, basic formulas. Think SUM for adding things up quickly.
Yep.
Average to find the mean, IFF for like basic conditions, maybe pass, fail, that sort of thing. And COUNTIF, just counting how many times something shows up. These are really the essential building blocks.
And those formulas, even though they're basic, they are surprisingly versatile.
They really are.
You can quickly aggregate data, check conditions, count things. It gives you immediate clarity.
That immediate clarity, that's a great phrase for it. Okay, third skill, conditional formatting.
Ah, yes. Making it visual.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to make important values pop using color. Trends just jump out at you.
Takes away some of the hard staring at numbers.
Totally. And then number 4, a tool our sources often call transformative. Pivot tables. Why are these such a big deal for summarizing data?
Right. Pivot tables.
Yeah,
This is where a lot of people have that aha moment with Excel, honestly.
I believe it.
You take these huge, overwhelming data sets and just condense them into summaries you can actually understand. It makes it so much easier to spot key trends, make decisions.
So it's about making sense of potentially thousands of rows.
Exactly. Focused, clear reporting from all that raw info. That's their power.
Okay, and finally, number 5, charts and graphs. Bar charts, pie charts, line charts.
Turning the data into, stories, visual stories.
Gives your findings that immediate impact. So with these 5 skills, sorting, formulas, formatting, pivots, charts, how does this actually help someone solve a real problem?
Okay, let's take a quick real-world example. Imagine you have a spreadsheet, right? Full of monthly sales data for a company.
Okay.
You probably want to know things like which product sold the most,
Yeah, definitely.
or which month was our best,
Yeah.
maybe who was the top salesperson this quarter.
Those sound like really important business questions, but can you answer all of that? Top products, best months, top people, just with these basic Excel skills we talked about?
Absolutely, you absolutely can. And here's the kicker, no coding required.
Nice.
Excel gives you those actionable insights using tools you likely already have. It's just about thinking strategically with the data.
That's incredibly encouraging.
Right.
Which leads us perfectly to our practice challenge for you, the listener.
Get your hands dirty.
Exactly. Open up Excel, or Google Sheets works too. Find a small data set, maybe your own expenses, or download a sample file. There are tons online. Then just try using CMEM, average, maybe that A formula, apply a filter like we mentioned, focus on one category, and then try making a simple chart from what you've filtered or calculated.
Yeah, that small activity, honestly, it will boost your confidence. It really helps you start thinking like a data analyst.
It's about doing right, not just listening to us talk about it.
Exactly, it's the practice.
So looking ahead, our next deep dive, we're going to touch on basic statistics.
The next step.
Yeah, things like mean, median, mode, standard deviation. But don't worry, we promise to keep it light, practical, easy to follow.
No scary complex math.
Definitely no complex math.
It's just about understanding the core characteristics of your data in a really practical way. Builds that data literacy.
Right. So as we wrap up this deep dive on getting started with Excel, the main message, I think, is this. Even the pros, the biggest data professionals out there, they all started with small steps, just like these.
Don't wait for everything to be perfect.
Just get started.
Absolutely. Consistent small efforts, that's how you master any new skill, really. Just begin. Keep at it.
Couldn't agree more. Until next time, stay curious.
And keep diving into data.